One minor mention: when I was trying to remove the pickguard, I couldn't, and I didn't really know what was still holding it. Therefore, I had to take the neck off. And yeah, then I saw the actual neck, well, the actual, you know, finishing portion of the fretboard, which extends past the heel of the neck, is sort of pressing against the pickguard, or the pickguard is thicker than it should, and it's getting sandwiched in between. So unfortunately, yeah, it's no big deal, but you know, it makes the whole disassembly a bit frustrating. It's not a problem though, since when we'll be putting this back on, the fretboard will cover exactly the portion that it damaged all these years by pressing against. So yeah, no problem there. Just again, bad measurement when dimensioning the parts themselves. Okay, so fret filing and polishing almost done. I'm with the last remaining steps. Like I said, the only grooves that are still remaining are the ones that would have rendered the whole fretboard way too flat. Other than this, everything is perfectly playable, and we were, very lucky to have managed fixing the truss rod before, because this made the whole leveling possible in a correct manner. And yeah, we're about to finish the whole thing, and I think it is a day and night difference from where we came. It's I think the whole result will be very good in the end, and I think and hope that both Tim and Dan will be pleasantly surprised with this. And yeah, as you can see, all of this is file dust, which I'll need to scrape from my table later on, and I usually like to inhale it. Yeah, don't ask why.
And this, my sweet friends, is how you look at the end of it. Looks like I won't be grabbing anyone's hamster tonight, if you know what I'm saying.
What the fuck? Oh, and by the way, if you're one of those guys who all this time was wondering why the hell do I have different colors for the duct tape for all these frets, well, I got news for you, my man. You really need to get laid, like a lot, because at this point, I bet my ass you ain't getting none. So just go out there and get yourself some. Don't matter the gender, okay? Just probably be sure to have it on tape, just in case someone doesn't really trust you. I wouldn't. Okay, so yeah. Now, I'm not sure how this will translate onto the camera if you're able to see something, but I just wanted to show you some small touch-up that I want to do for Danny's fretboard right here. On the right you see the clean frets, but they are very, very dry. Obviously, the whole fretboard will undergo a very, well treatment with hydrating oils. But prior to this, I just want to restore a little bit of the shine, on this rosewood right here. So what I'll do is I'll just very lightly scuff it with some steel wool, just to give it that nice, furniture-looking, glare, or call it whatever you want to. So I'll just finish doing this, and I'll finish with the whole fret polishing as well, and then we'll start drenching it in, lemon juice and some orange fresh and some tequila. So yeah. And once we finish with that, there's nothing, but I mean nothing more satisfying than watching the fretboard take in all this juice. Like, look at this. It is absolutely drenching in juice. Lemon juice, that is. Don't worry, we'll leave the whole thing for about 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes depending on how it absorbs it, and we will probably apply a second layer just because it will take in all this thing or most of it, and at the very end we will wipe away all the buildup and all the excess. Always make sure when you're doing this that you're paying special attention right here underneath the frets. You want to wipe clean everything from underneath the frets, otherwise the wood itself will swell in the upcoming days, and if the frets are not properly seated, they will be slowly pushed up, which will negate the whole filing that we just did. So yeah, just be quick and effective with this thing. Nothing more than 20 minutes in total for how many applications you would want to have. Maybe in extreme cases like half an hour total, but nothing more. Make sure you do things right. And we're done. Fretboard is complete. Last layer of oil was applied. It had a chance to settle in. Then we wiped the excess, like I said. And now everything is peachy, like peachy clean. And I hope it will be a nice, level up from where it was when it first arrived. But let's see, because we're still not out of the woods yet. Still plenty steps more until this baby will be finally ready to rock and roll. Rock and roll, rock and roll.